So how are they normalizing torture? Well, here's how things have happened with me. And I've seen them do it with other people too. Firstly, there's this pretense that it's all just a joke. Oh, they're just messing with you, you know. That's what they tell quite a lot of the people that they enlist to gang stalk. You know, some of them, they tell them, oh, we're just messing with her, you know. And they may, they may even join in because they think it's just a joke, you know. But there's also, they pay them also. So it's not really just a joke, is it? I already told the story of how the targeted individual that I met in Panama, who was from a small island. Actually, I think it was the Galapagos. I think she was from Galapagos. I don't know if I've got that right, but I'm not going to be distracted by that. But anyway, she was from a small island. No, Madagascar. That's where she was from, Madagascar. So she didn't speak Spanish, and she had been obviously manipulated to go to the very same place that I did, but to the actual Airbnb that I did in Panama City, Panama. Okay. Or rather, she was there first, so I was manipulated to go to exactly that one out of all the ones that I could have gone to, you know. Actually, out of all the countries in the world I could have gone to. You see, mind control is a very, very serious and frightening issue, okay? And here's the thing, it's like they talk about AI. Oh, how frightening is AI? You know what? It's not the technology, it's the people who are using it that are the problem. Just like the gun issue, you know, it's not the gun that's the problem, it's the person who is using it. And this is all the same argument, really. But aside from this gaslighting that it's all just a joke when it is not a joke, it is torture. Aside from that, there's another way they're doing it, which is much more, I wish I knew the word, but it's sneaky. Okay? Because what they're doing is they're telling people, it's like they're coaching people who have been through, for example, narcissistic relationships, and they're basically telling them, oh, poor you, you know, poor you, but actually it's kind of your fault because, you know, you didn't set clear boundaries. Do you see where I'm going with this? And they do it in a very sneaky way so that the victim feels like they're supported by these evil people against their, you know, terrible narcissistic spouse or whatever, or parent or whatever it was. Okay. And here's something even worse, because I know from my own personal experience that these gang stalkers, these traffickers, are actually creating the problems in the relationships. They're actually deliberately doing that. That is what they did to me. And why would I think that I'm the only person in the whole world that they did that to? No, it's just, that's a mathematical impossibility. They've developed this whole system in order to normalize torture and victim blaming, essentially. So all this talk about, oh, yeah, we're going to help you to learn to, have better boundaries and all this stuff. This is what they're gaslighting, that this whole torture thing that they've done to me is about. They're literally pretending they're helping me, to build clear boundaries. Oh, and another phrase of theirs is to protect my peace. They are helping me by teaching me to protect my peace. Here's the thing, right? The issue here is human rights. It's freedom of choice. Let's go back to the situation they were talking about when they were saying that, pretending to be teaching me to protect my peace, was the situation with my soulmate. Okay. Now here's the thing: they interfered in that relationship. They interfered. Okay. They basically turned him into a gangstalker, predator. I mean, horrible. Horrible, right? They interfered. And then they're telling me that they're on my side and they want me to protect my peace. Do you see? They are basically sowing the seeds of trauma everywhere. Because what they really want is to normalize torture and normalize, all this situations that lead to trauma. Why? Because mind control is facilitated by trauma. That's why. I mean, it's totally sick. It's totally insane. But that's what they're doing.